everybody? It's your boy Icon, and we're back again with another movie review for you. And this time we're going over Bad Boys. What was it? Ride or Die? I was about to say for life.
Ride or die, ride or die.
Yeah, it's your boy Icon here, and I'm here always. First time on the channel, but been around since day one. H. Dot from Far Rock. I came up. We saw the movie together. Because if it's supposed to be Bad Boys Ride or Die, I figured why not do it with a fellow bad boy since day one. So tell the people about yourselves, good sir.
What's going on? YouTube family. What is it? Black Eyes Entertainment.
He said black eyes.
Black Eyes Entertainment.
red eyes, black peas.
Red Eyes, Black Peas. Now we in the building. We out here. We doing it. We out here in the nature.
Yeah.
Getting it on.
Yeah,
Something different.
Well, it's something different. Because I always wanted to do like reviews outside.
Right.
And I'm not really a nature person, so that doesn't really happen. I did do a couple, but and then it was like with the pitch black and everything. But this actually pans out because it's very, like I said, it's nice out here. It's quiet out here, and I like the movie theater.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but
shout out to Flagship Cinemas. You guys held it down. We got the special cups.
Yep.
Your refill popcorn and your refill sodas. You guys got it.
Yeah, definitely. Shout out to them. Before we even get into it, we're gonna talk about the movie, from start to finish. But what was your overall impression before we get into it? Like, what was your overall impression of it?
No bullshit. It was good. It wasn't great. It was good. I enjoyed the nostalgia. It was right above. It was like 2 steps above ass, but right there. You know what I mean? Like right where it was like, I'm about to go home.
Wow.
The nostalgia was good. The nostalgia keeps you in your seat.
No, that is true. And I said this to you before. I kind of felt like when we were watching it, it felt like there were 2 movies going on at the same time because they definitely they used Martin Lawrence as the complete comic relief.
Right.
There wasn't like everything involving him was comedic. Like, Will Smith's character, he was the more serious character. And the only thing about it that was weird to me at times, there were serious moments in the movie where like real shit was happening, and you're just like, yeah, we're about to get into this real shit. And then we just take a pause because Martin has a joke to say, or
yeah, that one kind of took me out of it. The bar scene.
Yeah.
Well, not the bar. It was the art gallery.
Yeah.
So it was the art gallery. It took me. Oh my god! When the man stopped to eat jelly beans.
The jelly bean. Then when the water, what was it, the fruit punch?
Yeah, the fruit punch juice, whatever it was.
And it was kind of like I felt like they were making fun of themselves too, because there was even a moment where like Will Smith's character, like Mike Larry, he even said to Marcus, he was like, "Bro, like stop playing around." And I
got it.
Yeah, and then like from an audience standpoint, I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. I'm like, this isn't, because the movie started, with jokes.
Right,
Like it started with the 2 of them. They were on their way to what I thought was like a party or some sort of celebration, and then Martin's talking about how he needs to go into the convenience store because he has to get a ginger ale, and then that just started, and it was like, but like you said, it was nostalgia mixed in with like comedy.
Right.
Now, was the whole scene at the supermarket, was it needed?
No.
It wasn't needed.
You know why it wasn't needed? Because they explained nothing.
Yeah. It had nothing to do with
I didn't understand why Martin was so uncomfortable in the car.
Yep.
Why he was sweating so heavy. Like it was just so many different things where I was like, what the fuck is going on? I'm like, shit is funny, but what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, but like what's the point of like
what are we doing here?
I mean, I guess for that, the whole purpose of them bringing that up specifically, I get with him and the Skittles, because we later find out that I guess he has like they never actually said what his problem was.
They never said shit.
So I'm like, does he have diabetes? Does he have high blood sugar?
Heart attack.
And then Mike ends up getting married, and when I was looking at the girl he was marrying, I was thinking about the last movie, and I'm like, wasn't he with a Spanish girl like in the last movie?
No.
So apparently, the Spanish girl he was with in the last movie, they broke up. She moved on and started dating the mayor, and then
he was a U.S. senator running for mayor.
Yeah,
or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. And then he ends up getting married. Like Mike Lowry, this is his wedding because the two of them are on their way to his wedding.
And they didn't even show his transformation.
Yeah, like how he met the girl. Like
What
they
happened?
just said that she was his therapist, and now they're getting. I'm like, you know how many therapists he's banged?
Over the years, it's like what?
Like even in the second movie, they had a clip of him literally banging his therapist. So I just like to your point, what made her so special? You know what I'm saying? Like, what was the thing? Like, what drew him? Is he just getting old? Like,
I don't know.
So-
I don't know. I was lost. I was sitting there lost. I'm like, you know, I forget her name, but she was beautiful.
Yeah,
Beautiful,
no, she
beautiful
was.
actress.
Yeah,
I mean, everybody was in there, beautiful.
British accent.
Yeah,
you know.
man, everything was great about it. I mean, they had good scenes, good. Even I'm only really talking about the wedding part. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So that was good. Vanessa Hudgens did her thing. Oh my god.
And
Vanessa Hudgens, I love you.
Oh,
I
no.
just want you to know that.
he said, "I just want you."
I love you.
He said, "I personally like."
Me, I think she's amazing.
What happened to the original actress that played Marcus's wife?
I don't know.
They didn't mention that either. I didn't even hear anything about that.
No.
Like Reggie came back.
Yeah, that was weird to me because I saw her. Great actress.
Yeah,
I've seen her
yeah.
in a few.
She was in
a few Tyler Perry
yeah,
films
yeah,
or whatever.
yeah.
So I was like, cool, but
Yeah, you ain't been here since day one.
what happened?
And then like the daughter was there. I'm like, don't you have brothers? Like, what happened to?
Like, where's the rest of the family?
Yeah, like that whole
Like
dynamic.
whatever, you know. It was a lot
Yeah.
of. It was a lot of just.
Non-explaining. like,
Hey, this is what happened.
yeah,
This is now.
yeah. You're gonna have to put the pieces together on your own.
You gotta. Hey, we're gonna leave it to you YouTubers to react to this and put this shit in perspective on your own.
Martin ends up passing out at the wedding, like he passed out at Mike's wedding, and they never said why. They never said. They
I'm
just
assuming heart attack because he did grab
Did-
his chest.
did he? I thought he had diabetes. He said
Because he
just-
was dancing and he was sweating, and he grabbed his chest, and then he just went face first.
I thought it was like low blood sugar or something, but
I don't know.
that's it. But they didn't explain it. But then when he passed out, he went into like this weird dream sequence.
He went into the what was
The-
it called the Black Panther.
Oh,
Black- he had the
oh
Black
yeah.
Panther
He went to
dream.
the spirit plane.
He went to the spirit plane.
Yeah, where he saw the ancestors.
And I'm like, my thing about that is this. All right, if I'm gonna go to the ancestral plane, right? If I'm gonna fall out and we're gonna show an ancestor, why is the captain?
Yeah.
Why is it him?
Yeah, why? Because well,
Why couldn't it be like, hey man, my dad?
hmm
You know what I mean? Or just someone I know.
and I mean, well,
Like not like like a family
Yeah.
member or somebody like giving you some gems.
yeah,
It's the captain.
yeah.
Like was he your father figure this whole time?
Well, the studio answer is they needed a reason to get the actor who played the captain. They needed a reason to get him in the movie because he's dead. So how do you get him in the movie besides time travel? Because you can't do time travel. So you do like weird, like I'm high off life flashbacks, and and they did what they did, which was having him have a recording of him talking about some investigations that he was doing. And in case he ever died or got compromised, it was supposed to automatically get sent to Mike Lowry's phone. And my whole thing was, what if he changed his number?
Nah, it's automatic.
It just automatically
Nah,
just
it's
finds
automatic.
it just finds Mike.
finds him through the Wi-Fi.
It just finds Mike. What if there was another guy named Mike Lowry?
Nah, it's just through the Wi-Fi.
Through the
It's through the Wi-Fi. You know what I mean? So it didn't matter. It was Wi-Fi.
uh-huh.
So
Yeah. So, but that was
because. How did it get to me?
Yeah.
Because.
like they're just driving, and then all of a sudden he just gets a text, and he's like, "The captain reached us from beyond the grave."
First of all, it's like, why do you just? No, it was it Michael Marcus's phone? I think it was Marcus' phone.
Yeah,
It was Marcus's phone. So he pulls it out. Weirdly enough, as he pulls his phone out, it's already there.
Yeah, it's already there.
Like he didn't have to open his phone, see who it was. It was just us right there on my screen. I'm like, okay, hacker shit.
Yeah.
Because. Got it. We don't have to explain that. Because. Okay? So if you have any questions when you're listening to this, the answer is
because like, why did this happen? Reasons.
reason. Because.
So then the captain is on the video and he tells them like, "Hey, I was investigating these people. There's a lot of dirty cops in the police department." I'm like, "No shit." So then he goes, "I need you guys to right my wrongs and finish my last case."
The encrypted joke When he said the tall
Yeah,
Coke bottle has the answer.
Yeah,
I knew
Coke
that. I knew who that was.
Yeah, yeah. Now you called that. You were like they're talking about Fletcher.
Yeah,
and,
I was
and
like,
it was
Fletcher.
nice to see John Sally come back to reply.
I was like, oh, they're talking about him.
Yeah.
Like I saw that was fucking telegraphed
yeah,
a mile
yeah,
away.
yeah.
I was like, oh, okay.
So Fletcher came back. He replied, and apparently he's doing well for himself because he went from being a criminal to being
criminal hacker
working for the police department. Now he runs an art gallery or something.
all of a sudden
And
because
yeah, just because like I don't know where you got the money, case may be, and apparently, the captain wanted to. I guess he left the encryption information, the top secret information. He left it with Fletcher because he said he couldn't really trust them because they're not that computer smart. Fletcher being Fletcher, instead of him just telling, like the captain said, hey, give this information to Burnett or Lowry if in case anything happens to me, and he didn't want to tell them what the information was. And I'm like, bro,
like he said, give it to us.
Like we're the whole reason why you're
Like,
supposed.
this is the part.
Yeah, this is the moment where you're supposed to give us the info, and
Like,
then
this is the part.
and then he didn't want to give it to him. He was like, oh, he said I've hid it somewhere in a very pretty. I'm like, motherfucker, just say it's the painting.
That's what I was going for.
Now I thought he hid like a flash drive or something like in the screen.
But it was a QR code,
Yeah.
which is shout out to technology.
Yeah, that was like that. When I saw it was a QR code, I was like, okay. I said, all right, that actually makes sense
Yeah,
because
technology.
see, but then because since it is a QR code, why were you fighting that hard to like? You know what I'm saying? To, like keep it, whatever. So then
It was really, really like I don't want to say telegraphed, but it was
Yeah.
really odd how all of a sudden they just turn around and Vanessa Hudgens is
Yeah.
her character has a phone and she's just recording with her personal phone.
yeah, with her personal phone.
With her personal phone. She just happens to be facing the screen and recorded enough to say, hey, there's a QR code here.
See, and that's another thing. He was before all the police shit that happened, before everybody showed up. You were in a public art gallery. So no one saw this QR code prior to the two of them coming.
Not one person.
There wasn't like one day where some random kid was like, "Hey, a QR code. Why is this the former chief of police on here talking about murder?"
No one saw anything.
I was like, so the QR code just didn't pop up, and like it was almost like when Larry and Burnett walked in the door, it just scanned their biometrics.
Yeah, and this is so secret. Why do you have this playing every day?
Yeah, every day, like on repeat in an art gallery,
You have this playing
a public art gallery.
at all times. You had no idea Mike is coming.
No,
You have no idea what's going on.
you didn't know if Mike would be dead. You don't know.
You don't know nothing. But you have this QR code on screen,
Yeah, on repeat
on repeat, on loop,
in a pu-
24/7.
in a public setting because this is top secret information.
Because reasons.
Yeah, and
Reasons,
yeah,
audience. Reasons.
and then speaking of reasons, and then because of that, the bad guys. I don't even know how the bad guys. I forgot how the bad guys figured out Fletcher had the information.
I never saw that part.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, did I miss that? Or were they just tailing them and just following them around the city?
I think when that guy, Gates, or whatever his name was,
The
He
mayor or the bad guy?
the bad guy,
Okay.
I think he was like, when he said tail them,
Yeah.
I guess he just tailed them
Yeah.
to the place.
Mhm.
But I don't know why, because the plan wasn't to kill them at first.
No, it was just
So
see
when did it become kill them?
when they killed Fletcher.
Right, like when? Why? Like, why did you kill Fletcher?
Yeah,
You
'cause
had no idea.
Yeah, you had no idea he had the information.
Like, unless you just know, oh shit, that's Fletcher.
Yeah.
He's this master hacker,
Uh-huh.
so he must know something.
Yeah, so let me just take him out. Because then it's like, why would you just... And if it was random, it's like, oh, I just shot the guy they were talking to. Why would you not just shoot, like, everyone else around?
Why wouldn't you just shoot them?
Yeah, just shoot them and, like, get it over with.
Like, if you're gonna kill them, shoot them.
Yeah. And then it's like...
You had the drop on them. They had no idea.
Yep.
They had no idea anything was gonna happen, and you had time and people.
Yep.
So all you had to do was, instead of shooting Fletcher, let's pick one.
Yeah, just pick one. Pop them.
Mike, Pop. Hey
Yep.
man, roll credits.
Yep. Let's be on our...
Bad
merry-
guys win.
Yeah, bad guys, bad guys.
Bad guys win. That's it.
So
I
then-
don't know.
And then after they killed Fletcher, so that was the scene we were talking about before, where and that was the first moment that actually took me out of the film, because when they killed Fletcher, that's when the gunfight started, And because Marcus had his come to Jesus moment earlier, where he saw the captain in a vision, and the captain told him it's not your time, he felt like invincible, like he couldn't die. So
I can't die.
Yeah, so he was just doing wild shit,
Right.
which is
Walking
fine.
across the street.
Yeah, like running into bullets, running into gunfire, which is fine. I mean, if you feel like you're untouchable, you feel like you Kevlar, that's fine. But it wasn't like that was the moment for action comedy, like the comedy of him just running into someone's gun, like I can't die, motherfucker. That was fine. But the jelly bean shit, and I'm just like,
The jelly bean, the juice.
yeah, I was like, that didn't. That's the wrong comedy for this moment.
Wrong comedy. Will Smith's character, like Mike Lowry, he's standing over, like they're crouched down over here, Martin's crouched down over there, and he's like, I got it. He's like, no, you don't.
Yeah.
No, you don't. I do like the realism in their in it though, because like when you see them doing some goofy shit,
Yeah.
When one person is doing the goofy shit,
Yeah.
the other person is like,
Nah.
the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there was checks and balances,
Uh-huh.
but it's like we shouldn't need the checks and balances.
Yeah, yeah, this shouldn't even be happening.
But we don't need the checks and balances. But I'm glad they gave us the checks and
Yeah.
balances.
Wasn't there more of them? Like in the last film, when they had like their new Miami Vice squad, like their whole secret squad, because the Spanish girl was on the team, the white dude was on the. Wasn't there like more of
There
them?
was Vanessa Hudgens.
The white guy was there. There was like at least two more people.
His last name was Ludwig.
Like what happened to the other two people?
Those two, I don't remember.
So now we're just down to two.
Yeah, so now it's just them two.
And then when we finally saw his girlfriend, the Spanish girlfriend from the last movie, and then they were just like, oh, we're not together, but I'm dating this guy. As soon as he walked in, not only was he what was it, Richardson? He was
Reed Richardson.
Yeah, he was Reed Richardson from Fantastic Four. But as soon as he walked in, I said, well, that's clearly the bad guy.
Clearly.
I was like, well, he's obviously the bad
my
guy.
God.
And they said that.
That was telegraphed immediately.
It's almost like when the captain said, like, there are moles in the police department. He just walked in the room like, hey, guys.
Hey, guys, what's going on? Okay, so it's you.
Yeah, so I'm like, so you're clear. Like, so I was only 50-50 whether or not the girl was bad, but
I definitely was.
I mean, clearly it was his ass.
I definitely was like, is it Rita and him?
Mm-hmm.
Like, was Rita gonna turn later and then they'd be like, damn, Rita, we thought you was down with us. And she was like, yo, I had to.
Yeah.
The money was too good.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And then the reason behind this shit. Like, why they set him up and all of this. He's like, we were keeping America safe.
Yeah. By selling drugs.
By selling drugs.
by keeping the drug game alive.
By working with the cartel. Now, don't get me twisted. Conspiracy theory activated.
Mm-hmm.
We already know that the United States government's working with the cartel. We already know that shit's real. But still.
Like I saw Snowfall.
But still.
They tried to throw the scent off of him by having the other guy who was like a former police officer who got captured by the cartel. And
But he answers to somebody.
Yeah. Like you knew, like he doesn't, like he seems like the right hand muscle. He doesn't seem like
he's just the gun.
Yeah, he's not the brain.
Yeah, he's definitely not the brains.
Yeah, but he was the one that they blamed everything on. But because
I did think he was the brains at one point. Because he was making like a lot of decisions.
Yeah.
Because when he first walked in with the suit. I was like, oh, so, because that's what I thought. When you pointed out, yo, that's the guy, and I was like, yeah, he is the bad guy.
Yeah.
But then when that dude showed up, I was like,
yeah, you're like, baby.
well, maybe he's the head bad guy, because he had the suit on.
Yeah.
Looking all fire,
Yeah.
coming up with the scenarios and the stories,
Yeah.
killing everybody.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, wait, maybe we were wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then from that point on, he never put a suit on again.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I was just like, oh, you're just the gun. Then it became, okay, fuck y'all.
Yeah.
We gonna come in the office. The bad boys show up.
Yeah.
The FBI dude. The one who was at the
white guy?
Yeah, the white guy.
Yeah,
in
the old
corner.
white guy with the
That guy. Kick him out.
He was just like, well, the evidence is over. Well,
He's dirty. I just wanted Mike to hit him again just because. Just hit him. He was like, call him dirty again. Call him dirty. I dare you. I'm like, why you ain't really just threaten his ass? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then Rita, that's when I thought Rita was in on it.
Yeah, because she didn't.
When she stepped in, right there, I was like, oh, that bitch is down.
Yeah.
Like, I thought she was down.
I thought they were all down at that point.
I thought she was down, and she just wanted to protect Mike.
Yeah.
Like, I thought she was like, yo, yes, I am down. I'm a part of it. I just don't want you.
Yeah, I just don't want you.
Because she was like, I'm trying to protect you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was like,
Yeah.
oh, this bitch is a part of it.
Yep.
She just don't want to get you jammed.
Yeah,
up.
she's trying to pull you out of it, but she'll throw Marcus under the bus in a heartbeat.
Yeah, fuck Marcus. I'm just trying to make sure you're good.
And then that brought in Captain Howard's daughter, who was
She's the daughter.
because the other girl was her daughter.
Yeah, it was the granddaughter from the wedding.
Yeah.
Right.
So, and she was upset, but like her whole thing was she didn't give a damn about them trying to throw her daddy's name under the mud. She said, "Sir, let me just go to the police." She said, "Let me just go down to the compound where Mike Lowry's son is, so I can put a bullet in his head once and for all." And he was like, "Bitch, like
That ain't even the problem.
but why we're
We're
here?"
not even talking about him. This not even my son don't even know what's going on. She was like, yo, I just want to kill him. I'm like, God damn, bitch.
She just wanted him to die at that point because she was like, "You killed my father."
Which I understand.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
I'm like, but you at his wedding though. You at
When
Mike. How you gonna be at Mike Lowry's wedding and be like, "I'm gonna kill your bastard son"? I'm like, hold up.
When the daughter showed up to Mike's house,
Yeah.
I knew that she was gonna forgive him.
Yeah. I was like,
I knew she was gonna forgive his son.
'Cause I was like, bitch,
'Cause I was
you 13, you just showing up at Mike Lowry's house. Like,
fuck, where you live? I mean, I guess it's technology. Little kids call Ubers.
yeah. But
Go
I'm like,
over there.
but how you?
And
Gonna,
then why you ain't calling her mama? Like,
Yeah, like,
why
like-
your first? Oh shit, Callie, you at my house and you're like 12.
Yeah, let me call your
mom.
yeah, let me call your mom.
Let me call your mother right now.
But I'm like, but how you going? But if I'm Mike and she was just like, "Oh, I'm gonna kill your bastard son," I'm like, "Bitch, you was at my wedding like last week."
Why are you talking like that?
Like you talking bad regular? You smiling in the pictures, is throwing up the peace sign to me. But meanwhile, you got the Glock.
You trying to kill my son?
Yeah, like,
It's my child.
Yep. Mike, at one point, he actually convinced the higher ups to let them release his son into his custody.
Because of
They tried to kill him in prison
they tried to kill him in prison.
because they knew he could ID them.
And that's weird because the correction officer, when they was like, yo, do you know? Something about they asked him, was Howard working with the cartel? And then when they said cartel, remember they cut to the prison guard.
Yeah, he
looked over.
Yeah,
And I was like,
Yeah,
these people are everywhere.
yeah. So they said they tried to snake him in prison. It didn't work. When Mike found out they tried to kill his kid, he was like, "Yo, let me have him." So
How do you find out?
how do you find out? He's Mike Lowry. I don't know.
How do you find out? Like,
I have no
was
idea.
there a phone call?
No.
Because the guards were in on it.
Yeah,
You see the
yeah.
guards
So
was
it's like, who would tell him? You know
yeah,
what I'm
who's
saying?
telling him?
Like, who would
All
tell
the
him?
guards left.
They think they would keep it a secret. Yeah.
Right, we just gonna put him in a hole.
And then it's like, Captain Howard's daughter didn't say nothing because she would have wanted him to die.
Yeah, she'd
like,
be
if
like,
anything,
"All right, cool."
Like, she's probably the one that told security to like turn their back when he came.
Right, she's like, I don't care, kill his ass.
So they got him out, and then they were supposed to do the prison transfer, and then all of a sudden, all the villains were the entire regime of people that were sponsoring the transfer. And I'm like, how did you get all of your guys like into the mix to sponsor
How
this?
did the U.S. Marshals not know other people were on that plane?
Yeah, we're on that detail that wasn't a part of their people.
Right, like if you're doing a prison transfer, who's supposed to be here?
Yep. Yep. So.
Where did y'all drive up from?
Yep.
Where did you park your car? Like, how is it that you got on this helicopter knowing that there's a prisoner here, there's U.S. Marshals here? Who did y'all talk to?
Like, who was responsible for assigning the,
Like, they weren't in the cockpit already because
yeah.
it's like the fucking pilot didn't know who the fuck
Yeah,
they
the
were.
pilot didn't know before they killed him.
You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
like, because.
Yep. Because.
Because.
So,
I'm like,
yeah. So that whole thing was basically an ambush where he got all his people in play to kill everybody, like Marcus, kill Mike, and also kill his son. They got the pilot to say that, oh, Marcus and Mike Lowry, they hijacked the plane and everything, which was a lie. So then the plane goes crashing down. I don't know.
You're missing.
I don't know how they didn't die.
I guess all drug dealers go through helicopter training class.
Yeah. Well, that was the part that you had a problem with. And you had a problem because they broke his son out of the cage that he was in, and then because the pilot died, first of all, that helicopter was going down for a while.
That was the longest. Helicopters are not that high in the air.
Before his son got out of the cage, that helicopter was going down for a minute.
That helicopter was going down for about 45 minutes. I'm like, No.
And,
No.
and then when they finally get him out the cage, now it's like, oh, we need you to sit in this cockpit at the very last second to pull us out of the mix. And then he goes, oh, there's a pond right over there.
How? And then he was like, "Do you know how to fly this?" He was like, "I'm a drug dealer."
I'm like, I didn't know all drug dealers could do that.
I was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, just go right." And all of a sudden, they just land safely, but hard
Yeah.
in the water.
No broken limbs, no.
And his
no
son
separ-
was like 30 feet away from it. How did you get from the cockpit of the helicopter 30 feet away under the water? And he just was like, "Yeah, that happened."
He's like,
I'm
I'm a bad boy.
I'm-
So because they made the pilot say that Marcus and Mike tried to take over the plane, now, and because, Howard's daughter is already out for blood and she knows that the son is with them, she was just like, fuck it, bring them all to justice. And then
Yeah, they're all fugitives.
yeah, they're all fugitives. That's what Homegirl was like, see? She's like, yeah. She's like,
First of all, that doesn't make them fugitives.
yeah, that doesn't make them fugitives.
That doesn't make them fugitives. Oh, and then the FBI guys, oh, innocent people don't run.
Yep, yeah.
Black people run from law enforcement no matter what.
I'm like, says the
Because
guy.
you like to kill black people.
Yeah.
So we're leaving.
He's the innocent people don't run. Says the man who's never been charged with anything.
Right.
Yeah, 'cause I'm
Right.
pretty sure you'd run too.
Right.
Like,
Right.
They kicked in the door, waving the 4-4. Fast forward, because honestly, from that moment, once the three of them became fugitives, and then once they put the hit out that they were out on this, they put, what was it, like $5 million? They put the $5 million hit on the street. That just sparked like a good 20 minutes of like.
Filler.
Yeah, just like filler and forced comedy of like all the different gangs in Miami trying to kill them. Which
Zoe Pound.
Yeah.
Well, Zoe Pound was good because that was like a callback from, I think, 1.
Okay. Yeah.
I
They
think
did.
that was a
Yeah.
callback from 1.
They did bring up the
So
Zoe
I
Pound.
was like, all right.
Well, that was 2. Zoe Pound was 2.
Yeah, Zoe Pound was 2. So it was like, all right. Why do they act like 1 never existed?
Yeah, there was. Well, the only scene from 1 that they did.
Was when they were on the bridge
Well, yeah, when he saved him from getting run over.
and they stood up. And
Yeah, then they
shit like
stood
that.
up because it was the reverse. Because in the first one, like Mike
Mike
saved
helped
Mark.
him.
Yeah, and then he helped him. So that was the 1 callback.
Yeah, but other than that,
Yeah, they never said what happened to Julie. Like, remember
Julie's gone.
Remember Julie? So basically, 20 minutes of filler.
20 fucking minutes.
20 minutes of filler and bad jokes.
Tiffany
And
Haddish was in that part.
yeah, I could have.
It was garbage.
After they got through all that, because obviously they escaped, the 3 of them ended up going to the other 2, like the Spanish girl and the white dude, because apparently they were the only 2 people that they could trust. And that was another thing, because when they pulled up the footage of Captain Howard talking with the QR code and everything, he was just like, Captain Howard literally said, "You can't trust anybody in the department." I'm like, these 2 are sitting right here. I'm like, so do we?
But I think because they were so new,
Nah, I still win.
I wouldn't have did it either.
Yeah.
But I guess, we almost died together. I guess.
Yeah.
I
I ain't got no choice.
Plus, I think what's his name, Ludwig, but what was his name in the show? I don't remember his name.
Yeah.
The white guy. He's just too dumb.
Yeah. He's not that smart.
And he was mad honest.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he was just ratting on himself.
Yeah,
Like he was
that's
like,
true.
yeah, we've been dating. Or yeah. So it's like, all right, you can trust him. Him you can trust.
Yeah, you could trust. And then
Vanessa, I was like, bitch, you a little bit too quiet over
yeah.
there.
Yeah, but that's because they were banging. They didn't,
Yeah.
and they didn't want anybody to know. And apparently, this guy has cameras posted like in every place in the city. Like he had cameras in everyone's house. Just
This
like,
motherfucker's
he even
everything.
he even said he was like, "Oh, we have our own private server."
Yeah, he said we have our private server and VPN. I was like,
How? On a cop salary?
I mean, it's not incredibly hard because you live like really low beneath your means, but still.
Yeah, he was like Felicity from Arrow. He was like Felicity.
Yes.
He was like Felicity.
Yes, the man was the command center.
Yeah, and I'm like, you don't even have
How
all
did you
the.
get the command center in the truck?
How'd
I
you
don't
not
know.
even how'd you get all that on a boat? Because remember, he lived on a boat.
He lived on a boat.
You have a lot for a man who lives on a boat. You have a lot of electronic equipment
On a boat.
on a
On a big boat. A big ass pontoon boat.
on a cop salary. They went there because they had the evidence, because Captain Howard told them, I have like a shitload of evidence. Like they got the evidence, they brought it back to the guy's boat, and then everybody went to the boat to try to find the
I
evidence.
don't like how he said everything over the phone.
Yeah.
Remember, he was like, yo, I was like,
Yeah.
it didn't pan out too much.
Yeah.
But he was just like, hey man, we went to Captain Howard's storage locker and we got all of the evidence that you wanted us to get,
Yeah.
so we can nail these bastards. We're going back to my boat.
And I'm just like, bro,
You can just come by here and you can get all the evidence that you need to take these guys down.
And I'm like, he just said don't trust anybody. You just told her the whole
You're on my phone, bruh.
like in public. He wasn't even indoors. Like he said that shit outside.
You're on my phone. What are you doing?
Outside.
All you can say is boat.
Yep.
Just text boat.
I'd have just been like, I'm coming to you. Like, meet me at IHOP in like 20 minutes.
Like, yo, I'm coming back, because they knew they was at the station.
Yeah.
So just come to the station, talk to them face to face, and let's go.
Yep. And then that sparked the reveal, because once his son ID'd the guy, and he was like, oh, that's the guy we're looking for. He calls his ex-girlfriend now, because remember, he got married.
But she's the captain. So
she's a captain. But
plausible.
they went out of their way in the beginning, because like we said in the beginning of the film, the whole thing about him having like a heart attack or diabetes, whatever the fuck he had, and Mike getting married didn't serve a purpose. And then after a while, I was like, no, actually it does serve a purpose, because if you're a bad guy, you're gonna need hostages. I was like, you're gonna need hostages.
We need hostages.
Yeah, and then because the thing is, how do you blackmail Mike Lowry if Marcus Burnett is with him 24/7?
Right.
So then that cued the moment where he called his ex-girlfriend. He was like, yo, I got all the evidence down by the docks. And then she told her boyfriend, who was working for the bad guy, working for the bad guy.
Everybody just told they don't know nothing about secrets.
Nope.
Everybody talking on the phone.
Nope.
And then the boyfriend, this motherfucker's texting.
Yeah, he's texting the other people. Like, he's like, they're down by the docks.
I'm like, yo, what are we doing? Everybody's on the phone. You motherfuckers ain't got no criminal etiquette.
Yep. Nope. And then that's it. But then he told them, he was texting them like, yo, go to Marcus's house, snatch up his family.
Yo, he got balls though, because he was texting right in the elevator.
Yeah.
He was right next to the bitch.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
yo, we might have to change plans.
Yep. Go snatch him.
Yeah, go kill this person. Go over here, and she's like,
like right there.
He's just like, nah, she don't know nothing. Like,
Yeah. And then, but
we're in the elevator full of mirrors.
But that's the part that killed me, because if you're the bad guys, it's almost like in this moment you remembered he had a family. You could have snatched them up like 2 days ago. Like you could have been had.
Well, the moment you found out that they didn't die in the helicopter,
but
I would have been on their ass.
But this is the movie bullshit, because the white guy had this command center with all these cameras and everywhere. Yes, he could have snatched them up 2 days ago if he really wanted to, but then there wouldn't have been a purpose for this guy to have for him to have the command center. The whole purpose of the command center.
This motherfucker has access to everything.
Well, he's white.
How the fuck you get drones with grenades?
He had drones. He had trucks. He had guns.
He had guns.
And I'm like, I don't know where you kept all this.
He got guns. He got a shit ton of guns.
He had all black bodysuits in everyone's size.
He had outfits for everybody, guns. He had extra police vests on. He had their badges. Like, what?
He had women's sizes. He had men's sizes.
What are you doing here, bro? Like, do not tell me. 'Cause we didn't leave. They never left.
Yeah, they never left.
They never left. The scene, why is Will Smith? Will Smith was in a gray shirt and some shorts. By the time they come back to him, he's in the most fitted of black shirts.
Yep. Come out there looking like The Rock from Fast and Furious. So then he turns on his security cameras at everyone's house, and then that was the moment where the bad guys decided, hey, let's go snatch them up.
Now.
So, see, but that was the one part where I actually had to give Reggie some respect, because after all these years, like, of him getting bullied, him getting treated a certain way, they finally put some respect on his name, because they completely went out of their way to tell us that he was a Marine and that he served in tours.
He went to Yemen. He just got back.
And when they said that, I was like, that's a lot of shine for a non-main character to have, but it served a purpose, because when the bad guys showed up to his house and snatched them up, Reggie basically killed everybody.
He put his foot in their ass.
Yeah.
He put his foot in their ass.
Saluted the camera.
My thing is this, right? when the guy Eric Danes' character Gates or whatever.
Yeah.
Right? He says, send. He said we want to make it like the cartel, so send Spanish people.
Yeah, yeah, right. Yeah. He said we got. He said we gotta make it look authentic, Spanish only. I was like,
Racist. Okay.
that's a racist ass shit.
Whatever. I guess that's what we're doing.
Because they're the only ones that can do this thing.
He was just like, make it look authentic. I was like, oh wow. So we're not hiding this.
The attempt on Marcus's family failed, but then they
But
went,
he showed up personally.
yeah, he
for
showed up.
Mike.
Yeah, he went personally to was let you know the person he had the problem with
Was Mike.
And then Captain Howard's granddaughter just happened to show up to some grown lady's house. That it's not like the two of them are like buddy because he just married her. But again, we don't know the nature of the relationship because they've told us nothing.
They gave us no back. Like, so this is your first time coming here?
Yeah.
No, not your first time coming. So you've been here before?
She was like, "Oh my God, Kimberly, what are you doing here at 2:00 in the morning while I'm drinking wine and ignoring my phone while my husband is calling?"
While my husband's a fugitive and your mom is out killing people looking for technically my stepson.
Yeah.
So what are we doing?
Yeah.
And she just shows up and she just gives her a hug.
Yeah, she's like, "Oh my mom is out there." Like a lot of people's moms are out there.
She's like, my mom said Uncle Mike did all these horrible things. He didn't, did he? Wait a minute. But did they?
Like, you came across town and you could have called me for that. Oh no, wait, I wouldn't have answered.
I didn't answer my phone because it's on vibrate. I tried to call you, but you didn't answer.
If she would have said that, I would have died. So of course, because it's just two women, like with no tactical training whatsoever, alone in the house, they got snatched up.
Quick.
Yeah, they got snatched up, and then they told Mike, they was like, "Yo, we got your bitch and this random white girl that just happened to
Some
be."
random little kid. Yo, because he really was like,
He's like this random white girl.
he was really like, yeah, we got your wife. He was like, whatever, give me your son and your wife can live. Like, what about the little white girl?
Yeah, he's like, "I don't know who she is, but
He's like, she was just there, so
fuck it,
fuck it.
you can have her too."
I'll give it to her.
Yeah, and then that's when we got to the moment where, well, that was when Mike had called his ex, and he was like, "Yo, your boyfriend," because they said that because he was like, he said, "How did they know that we had all the information to the point where they were going to go down and like kidnap our families?" Because he said like she was the only one that I told.
Yeah, the only person you told was Rita.
Yeah, but he was just like, but she's married to the other dude, and then that's like shit, like her boyfriend is,
boyfriend or whatever.
yeah, her boyfriend's a snitch. So then he calls her
I
back.
don't know how you get right to that though.
Because I guess he couldn't believe it was her. So, but he was
just jumped right to
yeah. Because in his mind, he was like, who would she tell? Obviously the person that she's sleeping with. And then they put two and two. Then he calls her back. He calls her right back. He's like, "Oh, by the way, your boyfriend ain't shit." And actually, kudos to her because I knew he was gonna call her and be like, "Hey, like your fiance, whoever he was, like he's part of the traitors." I thought she was gonna be like, "How dare you, Michael? This is my man." And I thought we were gonna do that. We didn't do that.
Yeah, I thought she was gonna like fight for her man.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, like she really just like gave him up. Like,
yeah,
like,
as soon as he said like, yeah, like he's the mole, like don't trust
like,
him.
okay, I believe you.
She got in the elevator like, this motherfucker.
She looked at him like, liar. I'm like, because he even said, you still love him?
Mm-hmm.
Remember my boyfriend
Yeah,
was like,
yeah,
you still love him?
Yeah.
She was like, no, with her fingers crossed behind her back.
She was like, this gun is just for protection from you. And then she tries to be Wonder Woman and tries to like call him out in the elevator. Got her ass whooped.
Got beat. She was about to die.
Yep, but then the white dude and the only other Spanish character came in. And like they came in, they saved her. They tied up homeboy. They brought him down to the boat, and then that's when everybody all of a sudden got geared up. That's when the drones came out and the trucks and the helicopters.
Now he has AI, voice recognition.
He had a plane. Like, where'd y'all get a plane? Like,
don't know where they got a plane from.
A plane.
But remember when Mike was talking to Gates as that guy?
Yeah, they had voice recognition software, like voice modulation software.
What are you doing?
And like at the end of it, I was looking at the white guy like, why do you work for the Miami PD?
You need to be in the CIA, bro. You are severely underpaid.
You're wasting your talent, Randy.
Your talent. He's SRT. That's tactical, bro. You need to be NSA, because you are down.
Yeah. I forgot to bring this up. They also told us in the beginning of the movie that for some reason, although we're in Bad Boys 4, Mike is having panic attacks based on shit that happened in Bad Boys 3. And I'm just like, what is the relevance of this and why do I care that he's having panic attacks? And then how are you having panic attacks when your wife is a psychiatrist?
Why are you having panic attacks? Period.
Yeah, period. He's
Because
like,
you don't. I mean, he did have that one dream sequence.
yeah, but it was about
where
killing.
It was like, oh, everyone I love dies, and I'm like,
But he would have been having those for the last 2 years.
but I was like, who?
Captain Howard.
You only saw Captain.
Yeah, you always saw the captain.
He the only one who died in your arms. This and the third.
Yeah. So like you've been dealing with this PTSD for 2 years. You married a psychiatrist, and randomly in a gunfire, now all of a sudden your PTSD is coming on. And
now you can't do shit.
Yeah, now you can't do shit. Like nobody picked up on it. Like
You can't pull the trigger.
nobody picked up on it in the last 2 years.
You can't pull the trigger.
When you live with a psychiatrist.
Act 3 had a great premise,
Mm-hmm.
but it was shit going on. I was wondering why that white boy was talking about the motherfucking 16-foot alligator.
Yeah, they were just like, oh, there's a what did they say? There's an albino alligator.
An albino alligator that was from years ago, and I'm like, how is?
Yeah, like why do we care?
Why do I care? And then the alligator's coming in, everybody's like, yo, you gotta take the shot. Mike, take the shot.
Yeah.
Mike, take the shot. And I do understand that part of it because it's like, yo, take the fucking shot,
But
bro.
it's like, but why would you? But my whole thing was, even if he had the shot, there was 4 other mercenaries with guns. Your wife was there, the random white girl was there. They have hostages. The moment you put one in this guy's head, the other 4 are just gonna start shooting. Your wife could get hit, the girl could get hit. I'm like, why would you even in that moment? Why would you even take the shot? Like,
Right.
like that was just
You only have one sniper.
yeah, that's just some reckless ass shit.
Right.
You know, like I
That shouldn't have been the plan.
And then everybody knew he had PTSD. Everybody knew he
Had panic attacks.
Yeah, at that point, everybody on the show but him knew he had panic attacks.
Right.
So if y'all know he has panic attacks, and if he's currently having a panic attack, why is everyone yelling at him to take the shot?
Somebody else, either A, somebody else should have taken the shot.
That was
or
another
B,
thing. I was like, can no one else fire a gun? The man had bombs attached to a drone.
He could have killed everyone, honestly. Like, you don't have guns on this drone? A bullet? One bullet?
The drone could have just flown right up here, just been pow.
Done.
Like Mike's going after the bad guy. Like there's a firefight with all the henchmen. Everybody's doing something. People are fighting different people.
Oh, he has another panic attack.
Yeah, then he has another panic attack. But then the Spanish chick, despite the fact that there's this big gunfight happening and all these people are killing each other, she's just sitting around waiting for her ex-husband to get off the plane so she can shoot him.
She ran right after.
And I'm like, so you ain't gonna help nobody else. You ain't gonna help the hostages. You ain't gonna help the. You just gonna sit here and wait for this motherfucker to
I
get out.
don't care about nothing.
She was just like, get off the plane, motherfucker.
I'm like,
I'm like, everybody turned around like, so we not going over here? We not?
we could deal with him later.
Yeah, like
You know-
he's not a threat.
You
Like,
do know we could deal with his ass later.
then she ends up indirectly killing him because she knocked him into the ocean, and then the albino alligator ate him. So, I
Why
like,
is this albino alligator still alive?
and that was another thing. So,
That was in a cage.
yeah, that was in a cage. So I'm just like, at the end of the movie, so no one was brought to justice. So like everybody just died. Like
You just kill everybody.
no one got arrested. Everyone's dead. You know, history is written by the winners. They could have lied and said everything. What if they were all part of the cartel and they just killed everybody and was like, oh, those are the bad guys and they can't defend themselves because no one's been brought to justice.
When did you? Because let's be clear. At this point, Mike is still.
yeah,
They're still fugitives.
Yeah, they're still
So you're
fugitives.
just gonna say because you didn't bring the evidence with you.
yeah. You didn't bring the evidence with you.
You didn't bring the evidence with you, so
It's still your word versus
you're just gonna kill people and
Mm.
say, "Hey,
they did it.
they did it."
Yeah. When the firefight happened and the white girl ran, and then that's when her mom showed up, and then she was on the scene. And as soon as she was like hiding in the bar, and Mike's son saved her, no, this was before she showed up. As soon as Mike's son saved her from that first person, I said, here comes her mom.
My thing was, why y'all trying to kill that little white girl?
Reasons.
Because she was not important. At
Yeah, she
any
wasn't.
point.
She wasn't important. She wasn't a threat. Just like,
She was not important. She had no use to be here.
nope.
Killing her meant
Yep. Nope. Yep.
nothing.
Yep.
And you sent two grown ass men
Mm-hmm.
to stab or shoot this little ass 13-year-old white girl, and you failed.
Yeah.
First of all, you failed at killing a little white girl who I assume was tied up at one
Yeah.
So we do not know how she got untied.
Yeah.
But now she's running.
Yeah.
I don't give a. She don't got no gun. She's 13.
I would have just walked right past her, but
I'd have been like, little bitch, go that way.
but they needed a reason for Mike Lowry's son to save her, so this way,
Armando.
yeah, Armando. They needed a reason for Armando to save her, so this way, when her mom shows up and puts the gun to his dome, her daughter could be like, "But he rescued me,
He
mom."
saved me.
Which is exactly what happened.
And it wasn't even like the mom. First of all, mom was gangster. 'Cause
Yeah,
she
yeah.
shot first.
Yeah, she was about to go off script.
Yeah, she was reckless as shit, yo. She just peeked and started shooting. She could have shot her daughter.
Yeah.
Not even knowing that she was like, Callie, I need you to step to the right and walk towards me.
And then she was like, "But mom, he rescued me."
I don't
She's,
give a fuck, bitch. Shut up. Shut up.
she's like, "That's fine." But I'm,
She's like, that's great. Heard that one before.
I'm still gonna need him to go. He killed your grandfather, but he saved me. Tomato. And then
Oh,
Mike-
and she said, she gave the classic.
yeah.
The classic.
Yeah.
Go before I change my mind.
Yeah. And then
You know what I mean?
even when Mike showed up, because first the daughter was like, "Mom, don't shoot, get out of the way, honey." And then Will showed up and he was like, "Hey, don't shoot, motherfucker, get on the ground." He's like, "Hold up."
She was like, put the gun down. And he put the gun down fast. I'm like, nigga, what? Bitch, you got a gun to my son. I'm not putting that. Will Smith, you let your son down.
Yeah.
You let your son down. You put your gun down while a white woman
Yeah.
had a gun pointed at you.
Yeah.
Fuck that. We are escalating this shit.
Yeah.
Innocent or not,
Yeah.
we are escalating this shit because you know from the jump, this bitch already told you to your face.
Yep.
When I see him,
Yeah, it's on.
when I see him, I'm going to put him down.
Yep.
Her words were, if I see him on the street, I'm going to put him down. That bitch said on sight. And on sight it was.
Yeah.
Because as soon as she sighted him, she shot at him.
Yeah, she shot her.
She said, pew, pew.
And she could have killed her daughter because she didn't know her daughter was next
Was
to him.
right there.
She was right there when she shot him.
She put everybody in danger. She
Yeah.
did not
yeah.
care.
Yeah. And then she let a fugitive escape.
And then she let him go.
She
was like,
"I'm like, oh, now you're aiding and abetting."
Now you're a criminal, bitch. Now you're a criminal.
No, but that was the part that was actually the part that took the cake for me, because when she was like, "Go before I change my mind," and then Will grabbed him and he was like, "Yeah, come on, son." He's like, "You got to get out of here." He said, "All right, this is what you're gonna do. I'm gonna need you to get in this boat." And I was like, "Where the fuck did this boat come from?" I was like, "Get in this boat." It was a nicely, neatly painted boat. It had supplies in it, a nice little
This
blanket.
boat was nice. It had gas in it.
I guess.
That shit started right up. He had zero problems getting the hell out of there.
It had
He went over
supplies.
there and he was just like,
And then I'm like, but to me, I'm like,
that shit worked.
I'm like, but this entire gunfight, this fire battle just happened with bullets flying randomly,
With bad guys trying to get away.
with bad guys trying to get away. There's no holes in this boat. No one shot the gas tank.
Nothing.
The boat was just sitting there, still nicely neat, like nicely.
And there was no rope
Yeah.
to tether that to
Yup.
anything. It was just there.
So after all the drama that happened in the third movie, his son gets his freedom. Like he gets his freedom ish. Mike Lowry killed the white guy that had
And he
his,
didn't have panic attack when he shot Martin.
yeah, he didn't have a panic attack.
He didn't have a panic attack shooting Martin.
Well, he got over the panic attacks when he saw Captain Howard, and then
yeah.
he was just like,
It's
"Oh,
not your
it's
fault.
he's like it's not your fault."
He
Now,
just needed a vision.
yeah, and all of a sudden it's just like it's just like ride or die, motherfucker. You know, he
Right.
killed the guy that kidnapped his wife. You know,
Right,
he dead. Like
And all
nobody.
of a sudden, Martin don't feel invincible no
Yeah,
more.
yeah.
I'm like,
'Cause
what
that,
happened?
Yeah, that was the whole thing. He was just like, "I can't die, Mike. I can't die."
And at the
And-
end, he's like, "Who told you that?"
he's like, I'm gonna shoot my partner because he can't die. He was like, "Hold up."
he said, that's the key. One of them can't die. Who told you that?
Yeah.
Motherfucker, you have been doing this
The whole
all
movie. The whole movie.
all movie. You have been displaying foolery
Yep.
about how you can't die. Now you're in a life or death situation, and you're like, hold on, not here.
Yep. He's like, this
Not
is.
here.
This ain't the moment to test that theory. I'm like, you walked into a firefight like an hour
You
ago.
walked right into this bitch, bro.
They said that they cleared Captain Howard's name. So
That was fast. Because
yeah.
they put the fucking report out while
Yep.
the FBI is
it's
still
still on the ground.
like the FBI is still on the beach.
Mm.
Sirens are still wailing. Everyone's still dead.
Yep.
And then they're like, Armando's still on the run. How do you even know?
Yeah. It's like, how do you even know he's on the run?
How do you even know?
How you know he didn't die in the firefight?
How do you know?
Yeah.
How do you know?
Yep.
The
Three.
news report was just too fast.
Yeah.
That could have been saved for a cutscene.
Yeah. That could have been safe for after. Well, shit.
They could have made that like not the. They could have made a separate, like, or they could have done it like as the credits was rolling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they could have been having a news flash. Hey, 2 nights ago, such, blase, blase, blah. Then I would have been like, okay. But the fucking no one knows what the fuck is going on.
No,
right now.
they don't.
You don't even know how many people are dead.
Yeah. Yep.
But now, okay, so all of these people are exonerated
Mm-hmm.
with no evidence.
No evidence.
Because the evidence is still
Yeah, it's still on the boat. On the boat.
We're in Cuba now. We're in Cuba all of a sudden. And the FBI just got here, which is in Cuba again. How the okay, cool. U.S. Marshals show up. They don't shoot nobody. Because everybody dead. So the U.S. Marshals don't get no burn.
Nope.
So everybody's on the beach. No one's even pointing their guns
Not at all.
at Mike and Marcus.
It's like, hey, it's the bad boys. Carry on.
Wasn't we trying to arrest y'all? All
Yeah,
this time?
like, see, like I would have just like if I was an FBI agent, I would have got on the beach like, wait, so we're not doing this anymore?
I'd be like, wait. Guilty, right? Bitch, you said they were fugitives.
Yep.
So what are we doing?
Yeah, what are we doing? Yeah, but then after all that, Mike's ex-girlfriend and his wife sat down at a barbecue, and everything was perfectly fine.
Everything.
It was like,
Fine.
I was like, so your ex-wife and your current wife, we just at the barbecue.
We are just here.
We just at the barbecue, just chilling.
No one said anything.
We just keep it in the closet.
We're not going to speak about anything that happened.
Reggie put some respect on his name, and he got to fry some chicken.
Reggie
Reggie
looked like a Marine. So when I'm looking at him, I'm like, oh, either you're a really good actor
yeah,
or you are a Marine
yeah,
and shit happened.
yeah, shit happened. Yeah,
And you could tell like the way he was holding the gun when he was going around the house. I was like, it wasn't the way that Marcus.
yeah, yeah,
Like when everyone else had their rifles or the ARs or whatever, when they had their weapons, they were holding it here,
yeah,
going. When he got the weapon, he held his out.
yeah,
A little bit further out. Now, most Marines do hold it like that. So, I mean, he stayed authentic to that.
Yeah.
So, either A, he's had actual, like...
Marine training.
Yeah, like, I've had actual training. You guys had film,
Yeah, Marine,
police, gun training. But I've actually had U.S. military formal training. And either A, have been in a situation... or have trained for a situation. Yeah. And it wasn't clean.
Yeah.
It wasn't clean. It wasn't like the fight scenes weren't clean. He was, you could tell he was a little shaky with it. How a Marine would do it when he turned the gun upside down to shoot it and then he reloaded. I was like, oh, that's some Marine shit, bro. Yeah. I was like, that is some Marine shit. That is not fucking... There's no actor.
Yeah, there's no stunt double.
That's not a stunt double telling you to do that. That is Marine training. So shout out to you.
Yeah, which is why when he wanted to put his chicken on the grill, they backed the fuck up and let him put his chicken on the
They
damn.
was like, yeah, we gonna put your yeah. He was like, I'm gonna let him put his chicken on the grill.
Yeah, he's like, all right,
I was like, smart man.
yeah.
Because that man knows exactly what the fuck he was doing.
I was like, he'd kill everybody in this barbecue.
He was moving. I was like, oh.
Yeah, and then that's apparently how the movie ended. And thank you for tuning in. So, final thoughts. So, I mean, usually when I review stuff outside of the realm of superhero television shows and movies, on my What to Watch series, we either, we either give the movie a yay, an okay, or in the words of Thor, I say thee nay.
I say thee nay.
so for you, would you rank this a nay, a yay, or an okay?
I want to rank it a nay.
Oh shit!
I want to. I want to. I want to. I want to.
Mm-hmm.
But my bias.
Yeah.
My bias to our demographic. Well, not our demographic. Our age.
Mm-hmm.
The nostalgia is worth it.
Yeah.
The nostalgia is a payoff.
Mm-hmm.
But that's about it.
Yeah.
That's about it. The writing is cool. Like I said, there's a really good skeleton.
Mm-hmm.
But the meat and potatoes, it's like you made a really good steak.
And then the
And then you
side.
put ketchup on it.
Yeah.
It's like you made a real good. You put this steak. You made this steak to perfection,
Mm-hmm.
and then you put ketchup on it. I'm like, oh, you put ketchup and you put ketchup and you ordered French fries.
Yeah. I would give it a yay, but that's only because I feel like we're not done.
Oh, we better be done.
Because
If there's another Bad Boys,
I feel like
I'm writing a petition.
I felt like if this was the last movie, I would have been more critical about it, because I was like, I was like, there's no way in hell we're ending it like here. Like, there's no way in hell. But I mean, if you're the type of, but see, but the thing is, like, if you're a Marvel fan and you like, forced comedy and like bad jokes, then you'll probably, think this is like,
Yeah, but we blame that on James Gunn, and now he's with DC.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's a 2025 problem. That's it. But I mean, overall, I enjoyed it when it was serious.
Yes.
Like, I enjoyed I enjoyed some of the comedy, but just like with the Flash movie, I felt like a lot of it just, like, there were comedy moments where it's just like, okay, we're telling jokes. All right, now right here, stop. But then they kept going.
Yeah, we could have. I feel like the second act was enough.
Yeah, we could have
We
shaved
didn't need any more of the, I'm going to shoot you and you flinch again. When he was talking to Coke.
Yeah.
When he was talking to Fletcher. What is it? Giant Coke bottle.
Yeah.
Like, what is it? Yeah, giant Coke bottle has the key.
Yeah.
It's like when he was like, "Oh, shoot your ass right here, flinch again." And I'm like, call back from
the old one.
one or two, I think. But it's
But that was just the thing. It's like certain jokes. It went on to the point where it's just like, okay, now it's not funny.
We don't need this.
Yeah, but I said, but when it got serious, that's when I really liked it.
I did.
Yeah, if you can comb through the jokes, you can get to the. It's worth watching for the serious.
It's worth. I agree.
Yeah. So,
but I don't agree with the yay.
Yeah.
I don't agree with the yay, but I agree with what you say.
Yeah. What about it? Do you at least give it an okay?
I give it an okay.
Hit the notification bell, like it or subscribe. Share your questions, comments, and/or concerns down below. Let us know what you thought about Bad Boys. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you give it?
If you want to see me on more reactions, let them know.
Yeah,
and I'll show up.
Yeah, if you liked it, Brad, we could probably jump on.
If you don't want me out, if you're like, we could do without him, then I'm gonna keep my ass in the crib.
All right. So until then, we'll let everybody know where to find you later then. But yeah, so that was it. So I got Brooklyn Comic Con coming up, and then after that,
can't wait.
Yeah, we got My Adventures of Superman still up on the channel.
I gotta keep up on that.
Yeah, we're gonna keep rolling on because New York Comic Con tickets are about to go on sale, so I gotta go home and get ready, so we can keep it rolling and pump out all this entertainment for all you great people at home.
Yes, sir.
So that was it, guys. So till next time for some more reviews, some more TV, movies, reviews, and everything in between. Bad Boys signing off.
Oh, sorry. One thing. And I'm glad he's here so we can address it. We need to address this. Will Smith, that I thought I told him, it's my shit, bro.
Oh yeah, the moment there was a moment in the car where
I tried to told him.
Yeah, when Marcus said something.
I've been saying that shit for like 30 years.
Yeah,
B.
we've been saying that shit for a while.
I've been saying that shit for like 20, 30 years, B. That was mine.
Yeah, when Will Smith was like, I tried to told him, I was just like, really?
Dude, I didn't have to say shit.
I've said that on my channel like a cajillion
I
times.
tried to told you. Dude, when he said that, I barely looked at you, and you were just like, yeah.
It's like, yeah, he stole my shit. So until next time, I guess the question is, what are we gonna do? Nothing like it. So until next time, guys, take care, and we're out this. Bitch.